Hello everyone, welcome to another episode, and this time I want to show you what's different in drifting a car with a wheel or with the controller. I have a Xbox 360 controller linked to my PC. That's mostly because I don't like the Xbox One controllers. These just seem better made, I guess. It's a personal preference, please don't judge. And this is the Thrustmaster T300RS, which is compatible with PC and PS4. And we'll be using the Toyota GT86. Let me just go and show you what upgrades I've got. I've basically maxed it out. I've left the stock engine in it with, of course, it's a drift car, so it's gonna be rear-wheel drive. Turbo on it. I first tried out the supercharger, but it just didn't provide as much boost as I wanted, so I guess turbo was the way. Rocket Bunny body kit, which looks amazing, and then the usual aerodynamics. I didn't really do much because the body kit comes with an aerodynamic package, so that was sorted then. Tire compound, I've left it on street so we don't have too much grip, so we can slide it properly, because if you have too much grip then it'll actually, well, you'll lose the drift faster basically. Or yeah, it depends on the car as well. It depends on the car and front to back weight ratio as well. So you need to kind of tune that out according to what car you have. I didn't make the rims too big. I mean, some people just go all out, but it just doesn't look right to me. And yeah, I've opted for these are, I think, my favorite rims in this game, and besides that, they are very light, so that's one thing I usually take into consideration. On the back, I didn't put as big the tires as I could, so I'll just leave it somewhere around the middle, and the front as well, because if you make them too big, then the car is either too stable or too unstable. If you make them too small, or you know what I mean. Suspension, rally suspension, that wasn't suspension. Okay, rally suspension, big brakes, everything fitted, like anti-roll bars and roll cage as well, and of course weight reduction, because yeah, you need weight reduction. So how much? Yeah, like 200 kilograms just by removing some shit you didn't need. And everything was upgraded, differential, basically everything. So everything is maxed out, even at the engine. So we've got the biggest turbo we could find. Flywheel, of course, you need a good flywheel. So yeah, that's basically it. This is the car. I didn't want to start a tuning process from not top to bottom, from bottom up, because that would take too long. So I just took a car that I actually had already tuned for drifting, and if well, actually I should show you the tuning setup maybe. Well, the tuning setup, This is again, it's a thing of preference, because I've seen a lot of people saying this is not okay. Don't put too much pressure on the tires. Don't put too much camber on the back wheels or on the front wheels. But it's a figure of preference. It depends on how you feel the car, and again, weight ratios and stuff like that, and ultimately it comes down to, does the car feel good to you, then that's the perfect setting for you. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into it too much. One important thing is the differential. So I've got it on 100% on acceleration, and some people leave it on 50% and on deceleration, but in my case I prefer to leave it at 10%. I will do more in-depth drifting tune video at one point, but I want to stick to what I began for now, and let's do this. You might notice the car has a mind of its own. It's yeah, drift builds are usually like this. They're very twitchy on straight lines, and you can't really use them for much else than drifting. Only if you're on the highway and you're on the highway and you just want to hit top speed. Then if you're in like 5th or 6th gear, the wheels won't spin, you know, so you'll be able to keep the car straight. But other than that, it's just, I wanted to come here because this is basically a reference. Can you drift the roundabout? Then you've got a good drift car. If you can't drift or hold the roundabout, then you need to modify something. So, okay, first off, I'm gonna start with the wheel, and I'm gonna basically say for each one, the wheel and the controller, I'm gonna state the strong points and the weak points. First off, if you want to drift, you need to know a few things, like you need to set up your wheel in Windows first. I have it set on 900 degrees, and in game I have it set on 100%. What was it? Steering sensitivity, yeah. Because you don't, I mean, the wheel will push back anyway, so you'll have to go more than just this. You know, you'll have to, the wheel will flip more than you think, even if it's on steering sensitivity 100%. And yeah, it's just easier to do the drifts like this because you need quick reaction time. You need very quick reaction time in order to keep it in drift. Yeah, because if you have 900 degrees and your steering sensitivity is like at 50, you'll have to work too much on the wheel, and you don't want to do that. So for drifting purposes, leave it at like 90 to 100%, something like that. Or that's my recommendation. You can try it out and see what fits you, of course. Okay, that's regarding the wheel setup. And now let's just try it out, huh? So this is a high-speed drift that you're gonna wanna do, and you're just gonna wanna stay in third gear. If you're going to second, you'll just bottom out at the point and start drifting, and it's like, whoop. Looks like Yeah, and you don't have enough speed to just keep the drift. So I usually go into third. Whoa! But don't hit the curb like I did. Try not to hit the curb, because that spins you out usually. Okay, so if you notice, I'll be working the wheel pretty much all the time, but also the gas. Woohoo! And sometimes I'll just wash out. Oh, wrong one. Wrong pedal, man. Sometimes that happens as well. Since they're not fixed pedals, you'll just get confused if the wheel turns too much. So you basically get the idea. This is the trouble with the wheel. It's easier with a controller, but it's more fun with the wheel. So it depends what you like. I just have this feeling that everyone prefers the wheel though, but listen to that turbo spool, man. Come on, don't wipe me out. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah. So we're gonna have to work it a bit, but it's worth it. It's worth it. The sensation is pretty nice, in my opinion. And plus, it's because it's Forza, it's pretty close to how you would really drift in the real world. I know it's an arcade game, but still it's pretty decent, man. Let's pretend like I wanted to do that, yeah? You can also, I guess, use automatic transmission. That's not a problem. It's just I prefer the manual one, because usually automatic transmission won't stay in the gear that you will want. It'll just go. It just won't go directly to third when you want it to, and stuff like that. And I just prefer. Come on, man. I just prefer using manual because, well, I dictate what I want to do with the car. So let's see if third gear is a good idea here. Maybe a little bit too slow. Try second. Second's better, but it's right at the top. So you might want to switch gear ratios while you're drifting, depending on where you are and where you want to drift the car. Woohoo! That spun me out. Damn English. Okay. Well, that's the idea with the wheel. Now I'm gonna switch to a controller, and I'm gonna try to keep it in camera here. And let's see how this goes, huh? God damn it. I don't know why, but for some reason, sometimes the default layout that I choose is it's switched to well, the custom layout that I choose is usually switched to a default layout. It works weird sometimes, and I've basically mapped every button the way I wanted to, because I didn't find any preset one that had the buttons like I wanted to. So for example, I switch gears with the left and right bumper, and none of the presets has this option to do this, so I was like, fuck it, let's do a custom one. Save and continue. Yeah. Okay. No, that's the camera. Okay. Let's have some fun, eh? Woohoo! It's much easier to feather the throttle on the controller, and also the joystick is letting you actually get the car in the right direction much easier, because the response is immediate. As for the wheel, you need to work a lot more with just turning it, and the response basically from left to right will take longer, so it's much more easier to lose the drift. So as you can see, it's just easier to keep it with the controller. But like I said, it's way more fun with the wheel, man. I can keep the angle for much longer with the controller because of the quick direction change. It's just and I can also keep the car at higher revs because I can control it better. So okay guys, so I guess this is it for this episode. See you next time. Bye.